Okay, so what's going on, guys? It's a GPH Streams here, and welcome back to the 7 Nights Idol Adventure. So most players kept asking, is it worth to pull this Asmoduos or Asmodeus? So in my own opinion, yes. She is worth, guys. She is freaking insane because we have here some 200 attack speed, and also we got here this one decreases the final defense by 50% and also critical hit rate, which is an offensive debuff. Before we go into this, let's check first our formation here, in which okay, we have here the filter, guys. So we have here the stat decrease, and if you will tap this one, we have here defense decrease, in which Asmodeus has this debuff. So if you will tap that, okay, I have here Phi. So Phi, if you will check here Phi, we have here some debuff in which it decreases final defense by 50%. So this is freaking important, especially on single target enemy. So going back, the next unit, that would be Velica. Velica has a 30% decrease in final defense, while that Phi has a decrease in final defense that is 50%. So aside from this unit that has a 50% final defense decrease, that would be Regen Life, guys. If you will check here, Regen Life, we have here some decrease in final defense also by 50%. And if you will check here other old units, okay, we get here Palanos. So Palanos has also decreased the final defense of the enemy. But apparently Palanos is already a power creep, guys. And together with this Regen Life. So the best unit so far, aside from Asmodeus, is Phi when we speak about this decrease in a final defense. So going back to that Asmodeus, we have here some skills. Okay, let's review this again. So Asmodeus is a melee type. We have here an omniscient reader. And the basic attack, we have here 600% of attack to the target. And we have here this one, the crit hit attack. Take note, we have here some insane crit hit damage, guys, that is equal to 990% of attack to the target, and it grants Wrath and Lust buff to the caster alone. So it increases critical hit rate by 24%. So considering she has already a critical hit rate, so most probably you don't need some critical hit rate dice. But for new players, you should have at least two, guys, at least two. And so on, if you have reached something like 3 months, maybe you can remove that critical hit rate and combine it with attack and also critical hit damage dice. And next, we have your increase in final critical hit damage by 24%. And also, we have here some bonus damage rate by 24% also. And you get here some buff to all allies, in which increases the weakness attack rate by 24%. And of course, we got here the Bloody Grasp, in which it decreases the critical hit rate resist by 24%. My God, this is the opposite of critical hit rate. So the lower the critical hit rate resist, the higher the chance that the enemy will receive a critical hit damage. Okay, so next we have here the active skill, which the range is 120. And it says here it grants Demon King buff to the caster for 10 seconds, in which increases the final evasion by 200%. So most probably, if you will use this Asmodeus in PvP, you can put here a full evasion build. But I would suggest do not do that because Asmodeus or Asmoduos focuses more on PvE. So I will revise the dice, the potential dice, guys, and I will add this Asmodeus together with another undercover unit. And next, we have here increases the reduction rate, okay, by 24%. And also increases the final attack by 30%. So this is freaking insane. So this is the reason, or one of the reasons why this Asmodeus is freaking insane. When we speak about PvE, the damage of Asmodeus is freaking high, guys. And next we have here, of course, the decrease in final defense by 50%, in which this is a defensive debuff. And we have here some offensive debuff that decreases critical hit rate by 24%. So take note, we have here some decent damage that is 4,000% of attack in a 10 meter wide and 5 meter long area around the target. So if you will ask me, if you have some extra gems, go and pull this Asmodeus, guys. She is freaking insane. And take note, you have only like 26 days to pull this unit. So that is the downside of getting a collab unit. So within 26 days, you should make this Asmodeus to 8 stars. If not, my God, that's a very bad idea to just make this Asmodeus to 7 stars. You should make this to 8 stars, guys, in order to utilize all of her skills. But if you will wait, for example, some units like, for example, Phi. So if you will check here, Phi is not a collab unit. So later on, you will have a chance to get Phi, for example, later in the game, because this is not a collab unit. So the downside only of collab unit is that collab units are limited. We have here 26 days only available to pull. And you cannot get this collab unit on this regular ticket summon, guys. Like for example, we have here, in which I have here like 8,644. So if we'll check here the rate info, you will not see any collab units here, but 7 Knights heroes. Like for example, we have your Undercover Nia, Blank, Joby Swimsuit, Radius, Helene Swimsuit, Bia, and so on. So that is the downside of getting these collab units. But what if you will use Fina's gift? So if we'll check here Fina's gift, I think I have here some Fina's gift. Okay, like let's take for example, I have here some collab unit that would be Master. So if you will check here this Fina's gift, actually you can use also Fina's gift, guys. So it says here Fina's gift. So that is the only way to enhance or to start up any collab unit by using Fina's gift. So if you will tap here, we have here some excluded units. So most meta units are or belong to this excluded heroes. So take a look at that. We have your Blank, Radius, of Gelidus, Phi, Melia, Mist, and so on. Okay. So the question is, why is it that I did not pull Asmodeus? So the main reason for this is that I don't spend anymore, guys. So I only spend here on this monthly card and odd removal. That's all. Because I don't have any resources anymore, especially money. So that is the reason why, or number one reason why I did not pull Asmodeus. So I will just wait for 7 Knights heroes. And that's the time I will pull that unit, guys. But of course, if you'll ask me, this unit is freaking insane. And most probably, this unit is one of the top tier units when we speak about PvE in the game. But of course, the top tier unit currently is the Demon King, because Demon King is an essential hero. So if you'll ask me which one to prioritize the Demon King. And next, you have also the option, if you have some resources, you have the option to pull this Su Yung Han and this Asmodeus, guys. They were freaking insane. But of course, I suggest make this a Demon King to 8 stars before pulling other units, because essential heroes stays longer in the game. And those DPS heroes like Su Yung Han and Asmodeus, somehow they also stay longer in the game. But apparently when another collab unit will arrive, most probably they will surpass the previous collab units. So that is only my opinion, and it is up to you to follow it or not. So currently I have here like 2 million rubies, and I'm waiting for another 7 Knights heroes, guys, or 7 Knights hero. So guys, that's it. Thank you for watching, and see you again on my next videos. Bye-bye.